Welcome back. Now, our next guest lit up the stage on Britain's Got Talent last month, moving everyone to tears with his emotional audition.
Yes, Dublin singer Brian Gilligan not only gained traction from the show, but has also enjoyed success as a West End performer. He joins us this morning to spill the beans on that audition. But first, here's a reminder of his powerful performance.
Don't want to give my heart away to another stranger. Won't even let the day begin. Won't even let the sunlight in. No, I'll never love again.
You know the way normally we chat during VTs and the two of us literally just froze watching that. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much.
Brian, you're very welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm lucky enough to have been aware of you and your talent and your voice for years. You've an incredible voice and incredible talent. But that seemed to, at the end there, that seemed to just floor you. And you've done the West End, you've done the big gigs, you played the Bord Gosh, you've done Once the Musical, the Commitments, all that. That seemed to really take it out at you at the end. It seemed to be emotional.
Yeah, it did. It's an exceptional experience because, you know, you sit on the other end of a television watching a lot of these shows, and you can be quite overcome with what happens and the pressures and the expectations on people. And I obviously had my own reasons to want to do a show like this, and it's such a good show, and the whole experience of it has been tremendously positive. But it is exceptional in the way that it's so adrenalising, it's so exciting, and you're carrying the nerves, the anxiety, the anticipation of what's going to happen. And when I went out there, this is like kind of like that fight or flight feeling.
Yeah.
But once the music started and once I was kind of in it, I just kind of blanked everything else out, and it was like a bit of a mental test for me. But I just enjoyed it. Like once I got a few seconds in, I was like, okay, cool, just let it rip.
But that is your happy place out there on stage performing, because you're an actor by trade. You're a musical theatre performer. But this is different, because there's no safety net. It's your song, you've chosen the song. You're there for specific reasons, emotional reasons. There's a journey. You're not just turning up to sing.
Yeah.
Why did you do the show? Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Well, just the year that I've had has been so kind of up and down. It's been a roller coaster of emotions and a lot of kind of personal heartache. My brother passed away last March from a heart attack during Storm Emma. Just horribly unexpected. We didn't see it coming, and his health had been a little bit on the ropes a couple of years prior, but he'd managed to recover and get better and better, and he was in such high spirits. He was such a character and a presence in everybody's life. And out of nowhere, this bomb was dropped, and we were like, we genuinely just couldn't get over it.
Devastation.
Yeah. We didn't know how to take it in, and I mean, it's one of those things that just puts you in such a terrible place, and there's so many different ways that you can deal with it. And I think my way was, for the first while, I was like, I've got to stay distracted and just keep going and going and going. But then when it properly hit me, it was like the weight of the world was just, there's just no other feeling like it. So my reason to do this show was, David always used to poke fun at me, like, a good long while back, and he'd say, "Oh, would you not do one of those talent search shows?" And like, he was
She'd
always
walk it. You're brilliant.
And I'd be like, "Dave, just shut up." Seriously.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was always poking fun, and we always used to kind of laugh about it. And then when he wasn't around, I was like, you know what? Just when I was in the pits and at the lowest of lows, I just said, I've got to do something that's going to just really, really take me out of this ridiculous struggle and this terrible place in my head. It was just affecting every single part of me. And obviously, I've got a baby. I've got my first child.
And that happened last year as well.
Yeah,
like a couple of months after David passed.
This is it. Like, just a cocktail of things. And I just said, like, I want to kind of set up some type of example for him. So set myself a goal, something that I can go out and chase. And it's definitely done that. It's just kind of dragged me out of that place now.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Because as Simon touched on at the start, Brian, you were the lead in Once. You were in the Commitments in the West End. You know, your career trajectory was very much on track in terms of a performance, a drama, theatre, actor, all going really well. But obviously you can't prepare yourself for the grief that you're going through. And you pressed pause, I suppose, on your career to deal with what was going on. So I suppose that wasn't just the performance, the emotion coming out because of the performance. It was everything, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
You're dealing with.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, in dealing with all of these things, it really knocks your confidence to a point where you just have so much doubt in yourself, and you know you're trying to manage everything. You're trying to look after your family, and you know, get out there and do your job and pay the rent and be a provider and all of these things. But you know, when it came to a point where there was some kind of quiet time and where I was taking a few steps back because I was just in such, you know, trepidatious mode and really...
You were grieving.
Yeah, exactly. It just meant that I was saying to myself, like, at one point I was saying, I don't even know if I want to continue doing this because it's too difficult to get out there and deal with all the nerves and the anxiety and the expectations, and then, you know...
So this has almost been cathartic, the whole Britain's Got Talent. And
Definitely.
People might say that's a very big word, but it's doing something for you, and it's done something for you in terms of pulling you out of that mire that you were in.
Yeah, definitely. The whole experience up to this point has just been overwhelming.
And you're flying it in because they loved you.
They loved you. I love the fact that David Walliams actually said, I know you, I recognise you.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Very cool, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
what did he say?
So I came out and they asked me what my name was and where I'm from, and Simon Cowell said, so do you have any experience? Have you ever done anything like this before? And I told them that I was in the West End for a while, and David Walliams looked at me and he said, "You were in the Commitments." I was like, "Yes, I was." and funnily enough, actually, during the run of the Commitments, I'd actually met Matt Lucas, his little Britain partner.
Yeah,
never met David prior to that, but he was so cool about it.
So where are you at now in terms of the Britain's Got Talent journey? You've done how far have we seen?
So the furthest that you would have seen were the judges' rounds, and then it goes to deliberation where they decide who makes it through to the semi-finals. At this point, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't know where the rest of the journey lies, but like up to this point, like anything from here is just it's unexpected and huge.
It's a bonus.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, if it happens, it's one of those things that. I'm just kind of sitting at home biting my nails and pulling my hair.
Brian, don't forget, regardless of the outcome of Britain's Got Talent or anything like that, you know, you have a voice that makes people stop and stand still and freeze in the most gorgeous way.
Thank you.
You know, it's incredible, your talent.
Cheers.
So don't forget that.
How's the little man?
He's doing really well.
You've already indoctrinated that young fella into the theatre business.
I know.
His son played my daughter.
In The Snapper.
In The Snapper.
So your son was on stage as the baby in The Snapper.
Yeah. He would have been... How old would he have been? He would have only been about maybe 5 or 6 weeks. Yeah, and he's gone from that to... Same has happened to me over the last year as well. Had his own dressing room and all the child. You want to see him?
Oh, diva.
Listen, continued success.
Thank you so much.
and give your family our regards. It's a tough time, but and enjoy the journey around with Britain's Got Talent.
Thank you so much. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens.
We'll watch you with great interest, Brian. Well
Cheers.
done.
Thank you.
Now, don't forget, Britain's Got Talent airs tonight at 8 p.m. Right here on Virgin Media 1.
Now, after the break, Styles, if you've a night on the town coming up. See you shortly.